Well, it's really simple. Income less expense equals cash flow. And as long as it's a positive number with margin, I'm happy. People add steps. There's no other steps. Today we're talking about how to structure a seller finance deal to buy real estate in any market.
We're gonna do this in 3 simple steps. I'm Christian, this is Cody, and here we go. Step number 1, you need to know what it is that you're trying to do. And we'll get to the third one, it's gonna probably surprise you, but the first 2 are very simple. Step 1, know your goals. What are you doing? What are the pieces you have right now? And what is it that you actually want to accomplish? So for me, I wanted to retire my wife. I had a little bit of cash. I had a tiny bit of equity in real estate, but I had virtually no cash flow. That cash flow was designed to replace her income. So I had to figure out how to manipulate my pieces to find a deal to maximize for cash flow, because that was my main missing piece. Knowing that, and knowing that I was looking for really $10,000 to $15,000 a month of income, I was able to go look at deals and go into negotiations with an idea of what it was I wanted to accomplish. Cody, what was it that you were trying to accomplish when you bought your first deal?
Well, I wanted to retire my mom, which was a big piece for me, and so I figured that I needed to go buy some apartment buildings because buying at one rental house at a time wasn't gonna fly.
So, step 1 is very simple. Identify your target as the buyer. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is you're going to identify what the other owner wants. Now notice, while they may be the seller, I don't like that term because it's just another owner. We're figuring out what are the other pieces that other people have. Our strategy, and this works in every market, anywhere, anytime, is meet with the players who are playing the same game as you in the same market. What you want to do is learn, how did they get started? What was their original goal? What are their targets today? When you understand who they are and what they're trying to do, and you've communicated in, let's say for step 1, maybe the first 30 to 45 seconds. Hi, this is who I am, what I'm trying to accomplish, and why I'm trying to do it. If those things align and you understand what they're trying to accomplish, any proposal that you have that hits all their goals while maintaining all yours is a proposal that will get accepted. When you're putting together your first few terms, that's all that matters in a seller finance deal. They're lending you the money to buy their property. The trust and alignment is absolutely everything, which I think is really interesting on your first deal, because 12 units, you have no money, no credit, no experience. You don't have any family or friends in the industry. Why did someone sell you their property? What was it that aligned for their goals and your goals that made them say yes to a 19-year-old?
Well, they were exiting a partnership, and they also had gotten started in their early 20s. So that was a relatable point. Made it very easy to walk in as a younger person and strike up that conversation.
And the really cool thing with all this, to me, is I hear all the time, hey, it's only people who are older, people who have paid off all their real estate, it's only people on, or maybe it's a highly distressed property where the bank just won't take it, but they have a pretty good equity position. The guy who sold you the property was like, what, 35?
Yeah, he was in his early 30s, mid 30s.
Really, really simple. Anyone can do this. The reason it came together is because that property was on market and Cody had a proposal that no one else had given him that actually hit all the targets. They put it together, you closed. Now, we did this on a 38-plex, and this was an older couple on a distressed property. You need to figure out what the targets are. On that deal, first one we did together, 38 units. Seller financed, all they wanted was $10,000 a month to live off of. That's all they wanted on the contract. Very simple. No one had asked them what they wanted, so no one put together an offer that matched it. If you're looking for this most simple thing in the world, we needed a deal with a ton of upside, because we were trying to grow the net worth, that had very high cash flow potential. Because the two of us had a little bit of cash flow at the time, so we were able to take on that project. The big thing was the equity growth while being able to maintain cash flow. That deal did that, and we were able to structure it at their sole goal of $10,000 a month. Map out the objectives. That is the most important part. Seller financing is person to person. The relationships and the personal side actually matters more. The third and final step, you've heard a million times if you watch this channel. And if you haven't, go back and start watching some of our videos, like and subscribe. When you are doing this, long-term fixed rate cash flowing debt, this will let you weather any market. The perfect deal gives you stability and moves you forward. Especially if you're negotiating this in seller financing, a lot of your value is typically going to be in the debt product that you negotiate. Fixed rate means it's not going to change. Long term means whatever value negotiated, you get for a longer period of time. The duration of that awesome debt is everything. And you need to cash flow to cover your bills. So if you hit all those targets, long-term cash flowing fixed rate debt, you can buy anything as long as it hits all their objectives. Now, when we first developed this, I actually learned this from Cody. Now, I had bought 2 deals on conventional financing. The first one I bought conventionally. The second one I bought with hard money and converted to a conventional note. I didn't really know the creative game. So when you got into this, how did you learn the math or just the basics of maintaining those things? I mean, that's really something that you brought to start this partnership.
Well, it's really simple. Income less expense equals cash flow. And as long as it's a positive number with margin, I'm happy. People add steps. There's no other steps.
Those are the 3 steps. I mean, it's that simple. There's nothing else we need to say. Talk about not adding steps. Identify your targets and what you're trying to do very specifically. And I would put a monetary number to that. Learn what the other party wants to do because other people aren't doing that. That will get the deal part done, the actual proposal accepted. The math behind it, that's it. Long-term, cash flowing, fixed rate debt. You knock that out again and again and again, every deal that you purchase will increase your income. That is the perfect seller financing deal, and because of the long-term fixed rate, that works in any market. We don't care if bank interest rates are at 15% or at 2%. We have fixed income, fixed variables on a long-term note.
And that's it for today's video. It's super simple. So make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to watch our free course, 10 minutes long, check out the link below.